Hello everyone. What we are seeing here is Carbon Racing's windshield for Himalayan. It's the same model that will be available for all other Royal Enfield, including Interceptor, Thunderbird, and every other Royal Enfield bikes. I've already fit this on my Himalayan, and this is super steady. Along with this extra rod which is provided for support, and it gets bolted to the front. Only one bolt is required. This is super steady. I couldn't take it for a ride as there's a lockdown here. You can see fitting at the optimal level. There is already more than 1 inch of clearance. I have a high rise handlebar, and even if I turn lock to lock, there's plenty of space. And there is an optional plate which has been provided, a slider plate which has been provided for Himalayan, so that you can move the windshield forward if you have any knuckle guard. Either it could be a Royal Enfield knuckle guard or any other knuckle guard if you have, so that requires a more clearance, and there is option to either raise it high or even to slide it forward. It's almost 1 inch out from the headlight, but that doesn't hamper the light throw, or even it doesn't reflect over here when the lights is on. What I'm going to do now is I'll dismantle this completely, and I'll show you what are the parts that were given and how to fit this on Himalayan. Since there is no instruction available from Carbon Racing, I'll try my best to give you the instructions on how to fit this. Okay, I've finally managed to remove the windshield from the bike. So this is how you'll get in bits and pieces. The packaging will be very solid. Even the package box, the carton box in which that comes, is very solid. So what you'll have is the windscreen, two brackets, this is for Himalayan, a foam padding, 4 small length Allen bolts, and 4 nuts for that. I got 5 of this, but only 4 are useful. I don't know if I'm missing somewhere. I did see, but I couldn't find where it goes. These 2 are the caps with the carbon logo engraved on that, which goes in front of the windshield, and you'll have to use these screws to hold this. I'll show you that later. 4 spacers, 4 thick and 4 thin holders. So this you'll be using it inside this bracket to hold this rods from the inside. So that's where the additional strength comes from. And 4 pieces of this, which in which you will be seating this supporting rods. 6 bolts, 2 shorter one and 2 longer one. The shorter one will be on the inner side of Himalayan windscreen holder, the factory welded one, and the longer one along with 2 spacers will be at the front end of the bike, near to the headlamps. These 2 goes inside this, holding all these together. The only downside is this, what they have provided is not the very comfortable fitting on Himalayan, so for which they have provided a foam so that holds the inner support rods. I'll show you that while I'm fitting this. So how this goes is the 2 small bolts hold this clamp from the inner side or here, and the 2 longer ones goes in the front with the spacer, so that since the factory fitting factory welded windscreen holder is tilted inwards, so you need to make this straight. For this you need these spacers. We will be seeing all these things while we are fitting it, and these two are optional. When you have a knuckle guard, you'll have to use this along with this, so the spacer and the bolts will hold this slider, and you'll be using these nuts to hold the windscreen from the front. So we'll see how to fit all these things. Let's start one by one. Meanwhile, I'll show you the comparison between the old windscreen and the new one. This is the new one from Carbon Racing, and you can see the size difference. It's definitely big. But once you fit this on Himalayan, you don't see that it will be so big. It's almost 3 to 4 inches taller than the stock, and almost 3 inches wider, so these will deflect the wind very much from hitting your chest. Okay, let's start fitting this. Okay, let's start assembling these bits and pieces first. The tools you need is a Phillips head screwdriver, 3 number Allen bolt, Allen key, and 5 number Allen key, and a 10 number spanner. So these three are, if you have these three, you can fit this. So this, if you see, it goes in like this, one inside the other, and on one side you will have this hexa. So put in a small nut over there, and from the other side use this and the 3 number Allen key and start tightening this. Don't tighten it too much because we'll have to put that ball head inside this. Just good enough so that it doesn't fall apart. No, that's what I said. You'll have to tighten it to an extent where it doesn't fall off. You'll feel some resistance that it is trying to be inside, but that is the plastic it is getting screwed in. So make sure you get this little bit outside. Now just press this in, you will hear this clicking noise. So once you have this in place, it will still be moving around. Don't worry about it. It is not meant to be staying in one place in a solid state. This is how it is. Do the same with the other one. So as I said, the cap comes from the front, and then this will be from the inside, and you will use those 4 small screws from the inside to hold the windscreen and the additional support rod. I'll quickly do the other parts. Once you put this in, tighten this as much as possible, because once this is on the windshield, you will not have enough space even for the smallest L to fit inside. So as much as you can, just tighten this before you take it to the bike and fit it over the windscreen. Initially you may find some resistance while pushing this in, so don't worry, just push it in. So you'll have to put this in and put these screws inside and tighten it for good. It's better you keep it on some surface and do it, and holding this in hand and doing is a bit difficult. ऊपर I've tightened this as much as possible, but still this ball head will be rotating. Don't mind about this. That's how this is built, to provide you additional support when there's a wind blast, and this is meant to be tightened on your bike. So it will be like this, so you can adjust it. For that reason, the ball head still will be moving freely, not like it will drop. It will be tight enough, you can just move it with your hand with normal pressure. Brilliantly designed. Let's see how this goes on the bike now. Okay, so this is where it gets tricky in fitting the windscreen on top of Himalayan. Uh, this is specially provided for those who use knuckle guard, wherein this sits here and you will have at least 2 inch of space where you can push the windscreen forward, and you'll have enough clearance to have the knuckle guard. As per the communication with Carbon Racing team, you'll have to use this spacer, and you can just mount this here and the windscreen when you don't have the knuckle guard, and you'll have to use this and put this over like this. So I hope you can make out how this has been fit. This is the factory default for the windscreen. and that has to be outside, so they have given this extra spacer. This works in two ways. This spacer is enough if you don't have a knuckle guard, and you need this, and you'll have to mount it forward. Hope you can see how much of a difference it is from here to here. So you will get this much of a space to fit. Okay, so with the spacers and the slider, and this is how you can mount it. And again, here you have two steps where either you can put it at the top or at the bottom. Let's see how it looks with the bottom top hole. So if you see, there will be a bit of a gap here, and the windscreen may protrude up to 2 inches forward, but I'll tell you, definitely it doesn't look ugly. Just that you'll have a space over here. Probably when it is raining heavy and you're driving it on high speed, some water may come through like this. But if you see, it will be very steady for the knuckle guard. Well planned execution by Carbon Black. And you can see the amount of space that you get. So there will be a lot of space. This is a high rise handlebar which I already have, and if you see, you can have so much of space, at least 2 to 3 inches of space you will get while you try to fit a knuckle guard in here. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put this in the default position that fits for my bike with a high rise handlebar and without a knuckle guard. I'll have to remove this bolt again and put it in. I'll do that, and I'll show you after how it looks after fitting it. The headlamp and the windscreen is. Show it to you from the inside. So this is how the space will be. I don't want to fit it at this position for my bike, because as you can see, you can tilt it forward based on the space you need for your knuckle guard. You can use it up to this position. And when you do that, look how much of a space you will get. It's almost like more than 4 inches of space is what you'll get. But one thing is, you will have this much of a gap between your headlight and the mount. But when you sit and ride, I don't think so at that position you'll notice any difference. From the rider's point of view, you won't find much of a difference. Right now I don't have a knuckle guard, and I don't want to fit it that much protruding outside. For now I'll keep it to the default position that I need for my bike. And the only thing I feel that the Carbon Racing could have done is given one more spacer. They've provided 4, they could have provided 6, which we could have put one here, because when you tighten it, you will see the factory welding bending towards the Carbon Racing plate. That's how bad the or thin the Royal Enfield provided mount is. This is too strong. This starts pulling this outward. And as I said, they could have provided one more spacer for here, and a couple of rubbers where the metal meets the other metal. So as I said many times earlier, this is useless if you are not having a knuckle guard. I've just left it here. I have a knuckle guard. Later I'll just move this forward, so it will be able to fit. I don't have to remove everything. uh, and the a gap you can refer from the previous image. That's the only space you will have in the front. And without knuckle guard, I'm yet to fit this. I'll show you how this sits here, and how much ever you tighten this is meant to move around like this, so it is easy for you to adjust. And this provides a support when there is a wind blast. This provides a support like this, so these parts go in here and it holds this. This is the only disappointing part for me from the carbon racing. They've well planned it. Everything is like a puzzle that fits in properly apart from this one piece. So if you see, this has a gap, and to close this gap is what they have provided the foam, but I'm not happy with that. Apart from that, everything is like rock solid. This is the only part which is a little bit disappointing. Probably they could have given a good rubber instead of that foam. uh, Let me complete this fitting and I'll show you. This will be sitting here, and you still have 1 inch of clearance, and you can still move it around. You can push it back, you can move it front, and this will sit here. Even at the very minimal point what I fit, I still have so much of clearance, and this doesn't look ugly at all. I already had a word with few of them and they said it looks ugly. Definitely no, this is kind of a beast now with this on. Let me complete the fitting and I'll show you from the rider's perspective how it looks. So this comes with a sticky tape as well. Use the thicker ones along with this. You can see there is grooves, it doesn't move. I hope you can hear the noise. So that's like a lock, it sits in perfect. And even look at the amount of detail work they have done. This sits inside and doesn't move. I really appreciate the amount of effort Carbon Racing has put into this. So this goes in like this. Depending on which way or how you're fitting, either this goes in like this or the other way around. So just push this in. As I said, this will be loose, so you can move it around. Stick this so it makes life easy for you. So you put this in, move this around. I guess I've over tightened it, let me loosen it a bit. Good. So here we are after fitting. If you see, there's ample amount of space from lock to lock. That's a lock. This is still in the minimum position that I can fit, and the gap is also way too less. So the reason why I said about a rubber grip is because of this. This is still shaky. Windscreen also moves a bit, but still this is very sturdy, very solid. At a very high wind speed, this will not shake. So if you see, this keeps moving around. That's the only drawback that I see as of now. I can't take it out for a ride. I'm just eagerly waiting for the lockdown to complete so I can take it for a ride and feel how it is. If you see, it is It is way good and wide enough. The wind will get deflected away from your body. It's too tall. Let me show you from the front.